Hey you guys, how are you? It's so good to see you again. I know I've been away for a couple days. I just wanted to do another reading for you tonight, and it's getting dark, and the lighting in this room is horrible, so we'll have to try to get this done before the sun goes down. So I decided we haven't done a messages from your divine complement pick a card in a while, so I thought let's go ahead and do that. I have not picked the card yet, so we will do that now while I give you a few announcements. First of all, as a reminder, I will be raising my rates after the first of the year, so please do schedule and take advantage of the current rates at www.redhoundreiki.com, and you can find readings and healing sessions by time there. So there are 30-minute, 1 hour, and 2 hour sessions available. And there are also gift certificates available if you have somebody who you would like to gift a session with, or for, excuse me. The other announcement is, what is it? I don't even remember. So then I will move on to thanking all of you new subscribers. I'm super thrilled to have you. Thanks and huge shout out to the Higher Self channel. They started featuring some of my videos, which I super appreciate. I mean, they do not need my shout out. They have so many followers, but I'm really thankful to them for including me, and to all of you who joined my channel after seeing my videos there. And also shout out to my subscriber who recommended that I do that. So thank you so much, guys, for your active participation and helping me to grow my channel. Okay, so let's do let's do 3 groups today to make sure we get through it before the sun totally goes down. So let's shuffle. I'm shuffling now for group 1. Messages from your divine complement for group 1. Let's get like 3 cards. I've been feeling really great. I mean, stuff's coming up, like a lot of stuff's coming up, but I'm really just like bursting through it at this point, like just drilling down into those bad feelings with like the love energy, and it's working so well for me. I hope you guys are doing well too. Oh my gosh, I hope this doesn't take me forever to shuffle. Okay, let's do group 2. I feel like just lots of stuff is in process of changing right now. And well, so this is the actual feeling I have. The actual feeling I have is it's like this calm before the storm, and like the storm not being a negative thing necessarily. Just that I just feel like I was saying in my last reading, this 12/21 portal is when like a lot of the dams break, so to speak. That one wants 4 cards, okay. And until then, it's kind of like we're on hold, but it's like ready to go. Whatever that is for you. Like some of you are waiting on a job offer, some of you are waiting on like you know, a breakthrough in a relationship, some of you are waiting on like, heard somebody's waiting to hear if they're getting a house, somebody's waiting to hear if they get a bike. I don't know where that came from. Okay, this is for group 1. 3. Let's take from the Sacred Geometry deck, which is Keys of the Arcturians. Okay, let me just clear these real quick. It's been a while since I've touched these cards. Group 1. These are so big, they're weird to shuffle. They're not really meant to be used this way, but I can't help myself. Okay, group 1. Group 2. I noticed I have RBF, resting bitch face, now that I'm looking at myself on the video all the time. So I have to try to smile more. Smile more, sweetie. I hate when people say that. Could die. Okay. Group 3. All right, guys, I have taken long enough. All right, so group number 1, because I can't really show you the card. Well, I guess I can hold these up. Group number 1 is tektite. Group number 2 is going to be bloodstone. They're all really dark. They're showing up dark because the light is going down. Group number 3 is going to be citrine. Citrine. So pick tektite, bloodstone, or citrine. Group 1, 2, or 3. And I'm sorry you can't really see them because of the angle of the camera. There's 1 again, 2, 3. All right, I'm going to get started with 1 right now. So 1 is the tektite pile. All right. I am getting that this person is basically saying, okay, so I think this person is going to be going through either a legal battle. I feel like it's a legal battle. We're talking about the Justice card. I mean, that could be a million things, but looking at this, I feel like they're saying they're reaching. So we have the, okay, calm down. We have the Chariot, we have the Justice card, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So to me, this is all about, as we're bursting forth now, probably at 12:21, don't know why that keeps coming up for me. I know it's the winter solstice, but I don't know why I've decided in my head that's when all this stuff happens. Although I do think that there's a full moon in Cancer then, which is a great time. This is the Cancer card. You know, so that may be why I feel like this is going to happen then. Cancer is my sign too, so I always relate to that. But so this person, either something legal is going to start, it's just really going to go down at that time. They might be receiving a decision at that time that affects their lives in a positive, balancing way. But either way, it's going to be a good, it's going to be a good situation. It's going to have a balancing and a balancing effect and an effect of bringing justice, truth, and honor, I heard, to a situation which has been anything but. So whatever it is that they're going through right now, this is probably somebody in some kind of karmic situation, whether it's a legal battle or having to do with a divorce or the splitting of a business or something like that. Something where they're expecting some money in return, because I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, they are either in this way getting themselves into this is like a better situation for in the physical. So this may mean that they win some kind of settlement, or it may mean that they are going to be getting themselves in a positive position to be able to collect on some kind of inheritance or child support, or like something, some kind of financial gain is in the making, in the creating right now through whatever situation they're in. And this is going to allow a forward movement for them, okay? So all of this stuff is really positive. There's a balancing, there is the abundance coming in, and the forward movement, which are all the things that I've been talking about over the last few days. So this person is really about to, I just heard hit the jackpot, but I feel like that's a little extreme. Like, I don't know if there's really a jackpot to be hit here. I feel like there is some kind of losing, like there's some kind of balancing. So there's a little bit of give and take happening here. The work your light card that I pulled is yes, just say yes. So again, that to me is reaffirming this positive decision for legal decision for them, or it's reaffirming that they're making a decision of some sort to move in a certain direction, to balance the scales and to move forward in a certain way. Okay. So if there was a question in your mind or in your heart about what this person was thinking or feeling, the answer is yes. All right. This is interesting because we were just talking balance. So the sacred geometry card that came out is integration. So you want to take a minute to focus on the pattern on this card. And for me, I like to just focus, close my eyes, and allow it to infiltrate my energy system. And then if it is for my highest and best good, that it be combined and patterned throughout my energy system, then I allow that at that time. And so integration, and I feel like balance is another word for integration. Integrating things is balancing them, right? So this person is coming into a greater sense of balance, especially on the physical plane, because these are two very physical cards. And that's amazing, because that's, that means that things are going to be happening for this person and in your relationship on the physical plane, okay? So I hope that was helpful. That was number one. Number two, you had the bloodstone. Okay. So this person, all right, this person is absolutely making cuts in their life. Like, like when you're in theater and you're trying out for the play, and there's like, they're like, oh my God, it's cuts today. And you find out who made it and who didn't. This person is making cuts in their life. And, it's not the most comfortable situation. They're saying that they've had to make a lot of difficult choices. But I feel, because here's the Knight of Swords with the Five of Cups. So this is making the cuts, and they're difficult cuts. But I feel with the Empress also coming up for them, that they're aware of the fact that the cuts that they're making are bringing them into, they're shedding the old, and they're actually receiving a renewal of energy and a sort of a new birth in their life. And they know this, there's traditionally, we have the two cups that are remaining here. And while this person is staring at the three, I have a feeling with the Empress coming up, your complement has an eye on these two cups. Like, they're aware of what they're gaining through this loss, essentially. So they're willing to make this cut. They're willing to lose that which no longer serves them in order to have this, like, really meaningful, fruitful, abundant, and truly fulfilling birth of a new life, okay? It's possible that there is a pregnancy happening right now, or going to be revealed or something like that, but I do feel like this is really just a renewal, a new life that's starting for them, their own life. And so they're saying, essentially, I'm leaving a lot behind right now, I'm coming back around. And I think they are actually, despite the grief that's implied here, I feel like this is the heart healing that is taking place through the removal, and through the removal of, like, you know, we've been talking about pulling those 3 swords out of your heart. So this is like through the removal of those 3 swords, the healing and rebirth that has taken place for this person, okay? I'm getting the Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So there's this card. And so I think that this person, while, you know, this is a very mental energy here, but I do feel like they've been, this makes total sense, they've been divinely guided in order to start really seeing the places where they needed to start making changes and renewals in their life. And the card, that the sacred geometry card that comes up, is wisdom. So it's the wisdom of this Council of Light, okay? And it makes a lot of sense, because here we have these highlight beings, and this is coming from the Arcturians. So wisdom, here's the pattern on the back of that. If you would like to take a moment to focus on and receive that patterning, you just need to say yes and accept that into your energy field if it is for your highest and best good at this time. This is the pattern for wisdom. And it's their highest wisdom that has, and the acceptance of, and the surrender to the information coming through the Council of Light, that has guided them to make these decisions and receive this this new beginning, this new birth, okay? And you, as your divine, or as their divine complement, can receive this energy for them. And you can also choose to send it to them if you like, and they can accept it if they like, okay? So that's group number 2. I hope that resonated with you guys. Number 3. Wow, okay. All right, let me just, because there are 4 cards here, just want to make sure I'm getting these in the right order. Well, I'm just going to read them as they came up. I think that's the smart thing to do. So here we have the 4 of Wands. All of these are really positive. A lot of times when we do these, like 3 out of 4 of them are like, oh, I'm coming, just wait. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and everybody's done hearing that. This is stability. This is your 4 of Wands, your 1111 card for the divine compliments. And this is stability. This is even a marriage proposal. But more than that, it can mean buying a home. It can mean things stabilizing at home. This can be positive developments in a workplace. But for me, this is like a true spiritual union between people where the balance is fully met, it's stable, and it's also spiritual, because we're talking about wands and the number 4, okay? The picture here, as it usually is of a wedding. So it does have the implication of a stable relationship that has long-term potential, of course. If we're talking about divine complement, you can't really, as long as you're doing the inner work there, you can't really do better. Do you know what I mean? It comes out with the Prince of Wands. So I feel like this person is saying that they are fully focused on that eventuality. They've shifted their perspective in order to focus on that instead of all the other stuff that was surrounding them in their life. Just sort of like this wispy cloud stuff. It feels like this, you know, other foggy stuff that was in their head. And the next two cards came out, and they are the Eight of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords. And I feel like that to me is saying that this like period, so we keep stepping back into these periods of working on ourselves and doing the work and doing the inner work and like all that business. And I feel like this cycle of that is ending right now. That does not mean that we're not stepping into a brand new cycle of doing the work and working on ourselves and spiritual journey and whatever, because that continues no matter what. But I feel like this particular part of that is ending because they're getting ready to make this this drive forward in whatever way that applies to you. So I can't say that everyone's getting, you know, a knock on the door tomorrow, or that this person is going to make some kind of marriage proposal, but frankly it could be for some of you. I can't say it isn't either. So just take this how it resonates right now, and know that it's going to be a little different for everybody, but this is all very positive stuff. But this is the true ending of this cycle, that where there was all this very hard, painstaking work. If you can think of being, this to me looks like, you know, like a blacksmith or something, in the hot, hard, heavy work that you do in order to make these works of metal, and that they're forged in fire, and they're forged with a good deal of work and difficulty. And now that difficulty has come to an end. So this is all very positive. I apologize if you can hear my foster dog barking downstairs. Somebody must be coming into the office again every time. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting here. This is all very positive. That's forward movement and the moving out of a difficult situation. Hang on one second. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we're still on number 3. All right, so after all this hard work has happened, the card that's coming up for them says, take a break. A life's work, not a season. Wait, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. That first statement is a little weird, but I swear that's exactly what it says. So to me, this person has worked very, very hard. But that is ending. They're getting off the treadmill, as this card says, okay? It's a change. This is a huge, profound change towards stability. And so, and this is, you know, a lot of activity, a lot of forward motion. This is powerful energy. And it makes sense that the card, the Sacred Geometry card coming up, is empowerment. So this person has just received a huge amount of empowerment, and that was, you know, allowed them to, quote, get off this, quote, treadmill and move forward toward a more stable situation. And so they want you to know that, and they just want you to know that, they want you to know they're coming for you, like, you know, like I just said, but they are, you know. And it's the Prince of Wands. If not now, then soon. But again, I feel like this is all very soon for people, because we're talking, within the month of December, I would say. If not, then within the winter. But for people with whom this is resonating. If this is not resonating with you right now, then I guess I might not have picked your story today. But again, the empowerment card. Here's the patterning for that. And to accept this pattern into your energy field, all you need to do is say yes, and then you can also choose if you would like to send that pattern to your divine complement as well, and they can choose, their higher self can choose whether they want to accept that or not as well. Let's get an overall card for everyone. I'm going to take that from this sort of combined group of cards here. I don't know what, if anything, flipped. I'm going to pull this one out. Green Tara, start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So this is sort of an overall message for everyone, and I think this is a kind of self-empowerment message. Also lets us know that things are starting to happen, and so it may become necessary for you to ask for help from people. And there's a lot more, I think, social interaction that's going to start happening, a lot more relying on your soul family, soul group. And don't forget to involve other people. This is no longer a solo journey. And everything is changing now. So I think that this is good confirmation, even though it's a little bit off topic here, but it didn't help that my foster dog's barking downstairs. But let's just remember that we need to work with the community. There's a lot of help available to us, and support each other throughout this whole journey, okay? So glad you joined me tonight. Thank you very much. Let me know in the comments if these resonated, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Okay, bye.